Welcome back everyone to Mona's Take. I am your host Mona Rose and we are here to talk about everything reality TV. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything I have coming up. Tonight's episode is going to be on Big Brother live feeds for the past 2 days, I believe. Not a whole lot going on. There's a little bit. So I'm going to give you guys that. Wrap this up. And then I will see you guys tonight on the live after the live eviction. Stick around. People are acting on a whole nother level on that. So I can't wait to see that karma train coming through. Choo-choo. Mood of the day. Really. You gotta give us more credit than that. Some people, buckle up, buttercup. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Alright. There is not a lot going on. A lot of napping, a lot of playing cards, a lot of Brittany. I could stand to use a whole lot less of her right now. But this is going to start yesterday morning. So after Monty spent the night in Taylor's bedroom, he first got up and went downstairs, not even saying anything to her. Like, not even a word. Got up and left. And then he gets downstairs, and Turner's actually up for once. And they're talking. And they start laughing about the fact that Monty had a dream about a mirror. And Turner was like, oh, that's cool. And Monty's like, no, not really. I was laying in Taylor's bed with her, you know, and I'm dreaming about a mirror and whatever. And they're having a good old laugh about it. And then I guess it dawns on Monty what that sounds like. And he says, oh, but it was all about the game. She was still in the game and this and that, and made up some excuse. And you could tell that it was made up. And so they're laughing about that, and then they start talking about something else, and then Monty says, so do you think that'll get any airtime? And Turner said, what? And he said, you know, what it talked about, the dream. It's like, I hope that doesn't get any airtime. And Turner's like, I don't know. And Monty's like, well, let's change the subject and start talking about game, and then maybe that won't make the air. Regardless if it makes the air or not, we saw it on the live feed, so it's going to be a part of all the recaps. He's such an idiot. So, the whole day yesterday was filled with playing cards or napping. I don't think Taylor hardly ever even came out of the HOH room, but maybe twice yesterday. A lot of studying. A lot of Brittany trying to think of everything that she can think of to get Monty to keep her. Really wasn't a whole lot going on all day. Gets later in the evening last night, and Monty tells Taylor that he doesn't feel comfortable staying in the HOH room with her, that he needs to sleep back downstairs because he just can't control himself, and that he doesn't know how to set boundaries for himself. And Taylor said, well, you know, I was kind of wondering, like, you know, being intimate's all great and all, but I was wondering, are you even capable of having a night where we just cuddle and nothing has to happen? And she says, I don't think you're capable of that. And he's like, well, it's really hard for me. I don't know if it's because we're cooped up in this house or what, but I just have to set boundaries for myself, and I can't do that if I'm up here. Whatever the hell, dude. Yeah, he's on my last nerve, too. So he goes downstairs to sleep. Today, again, nothing really going on all day except for studying and napping and playing cards. Turner's getting annoyed at Brittany every little thing that she does. And I don't know which is more aggravating at this point, Brittany or Turner bitching about Brittany. And then Brittany does talk to Taylor, and at one point is talking about how much influence she's going to have on the jury. And for her to be a super fan and not know that she's not going to the jury house, she keeps thinking that she's going to have all this influence. The only influence she's going to have is whatever they have at the round table, and they generally talk amongst themselves before they bring in that last person. So I don't even think that she'll have that much input with the round table. We'll see, but I doubt it. It's Brittany. You think about everybody that's in the jury, and I don't think anybody in there but Michael can really much more than tolerate her. So I don't think she's going to have any sway whatsoever with the jury. And the thing is, she put herself in this position. She knew that she had to win to stay this week because of the whole conversation with Turner, where she was caught lying, and then trying to vote Taylor out where she was caught lying. She did this to herself. She put herself in this position. But yet she keeps saying over and over how money is taking away her life dream. Money's not taking away a damn thing. She lost it. In that veto competition, if she had got that last day, the day 4 that was down in the right-hand corner, if she'd gotten that right, she'd have beat Monty in that veto comp. And then she would be the one making the decision. But she was studying the wrong day. It was on day 4 instead of day 3. So it was her veto to lose, and she lost it. Get over it. Don't even get me started with her. I'm very irritated with her at the moment. But she's constantly talking about her infertility. And I don't know if she thinks that maybe people will donate to her once she gets out. Or maybe America will feel sorry for her and give her America's favorite player. That will never happen. There's no way that she will ever beat Joseph or Taylor out of that. But I'm thinking maybe she thinks that once she gets out that enough people sees as somebody may donate the money that she's needed to do this. At one point, she said that she was going to come clean to Taylor and Turner about her being the rogue vote, which never happened, or not that I saw. At one point, Taylor tells Monty that Turner remembers more of the stuff that they need to study for than anyone gives him credit for. And Monty said, "Why? Have you talked to him about it?" And she said, "Yeah," and I was surprised by how much he actually knows. And just rattled off real quick. And Monty tells her they can study together. And he said, "But you probably want to beat me." And she said, "Well, you probably want to beat me too, so here we are." Monty tells her that Turner's game has been out of loyalty and not strategy. And then at one point, Monty finally admits that if Michael had not came out with the Kyle stuff when he did, that he would have went home that week. I was wondering how long it was going to take him to admit that. Either he or Taylor, one, would have went home that week. Again, I'm so sick of Brittany and her lifelong dream speech that she's been practicing in the bubble room all day. And I don't understand. What's the difference in her taking 4th or 3rd? Because there's no way either one of them are going to take her to the final. I guess Taylor would if she could get to the 3, but I don't see it. It's like, just be done with it. You know, you're going home. Let it go. And I'm ready at this point to just get to tonight's episode. Get Brittany out of the house. Get down to the final 3. And start having the final 3 comps. Because there's nothing left to say. At this point, you either win and take yourself to those final 2 chairs, or it's a crapshoot. I think Turner will take Monty. I think Taylor will take Monty. I think Monty will take Turner. So we will see how that goes. If I remember right, with tonight's episode, I'm thinking part 1 will be tomorrow, on Friday. Part 2 will be on Saturday. And then part 3 will be live on the finale night show, is what I'm thinking. We'll see. I mean, they'll go ahead and play 1 and 2 Friday and Saturday. They'll show all of it on finale night, but I think we'll be able to figure out by Saturday who at least won the first part and who won the second part, to see who will be competing live. At one point, Turner says to Taylor, do you know what she thinks about what's going on tomorrow? And Taylor said, she knows. And Turner said, does she? And Taylor said, yeah, she's trying everything possible, but she knows. So I know this is a much shorter video than what we've been having. But with 2 days of studying and rummy and sleeping, that's about all we have out of 48 hours. So I'm going to call this a wrap. Day 78's in the books. I'll see you guys tonight on the live. Don't forget, 10:15. Let's watch this live eviction and see what happens after that. Until then, as always, much love.